Tracy Mann joins us now with more on Mike Johnson's election to the Speaker of House. Tracy, take it away for us.
Ecstatic that Mike Johnson is now our Speaker. He's a good friend. So I represent the 1st District of Kansas, the exact geographic center of the country. And who Mike Johnson is going to resonate in my district and around America because he's a person of faith, of strong conviction, puts others before himself, a humble servant leader, exactly what the conference, the Congress, and our country need right now. Really excited to have Mike Johnson as our Speaker.
Congressman, take us into that room as that vote was happening. There's been a lot of frustration over the past 22 days. Was today more like elation, relief, a combination of that and more? Tell us about what it felt like to be there.
Yeah, I think it's excitement because of who Mike Johnson is and the life that he's lived. You know, when you're a servant leader like Mike Johnson is, that comes out. Everybody roots for him because embodied in him is this dream of America. You know, his parents were firefighters. His dad was a firefighter. He had humble beginnings. He's worked hard. Everyone's rooting for Mike Johnson as we're rooting for the country. I think the speech that he just gave shows exactly his heart. And as that plays out, people are going to be very excited about it. He'll do a great job as our Speaker.
Again, he's going to have to try and find some type of congressman. This was the discussion we've been having today. We just had it with Doug Collins, former congressman here. How much of a compromise do you think he's willing to make? How much of a hard line is he willing to make for Republican voters, which obviously he is? What do you think?
Well, you know, he said in his speech, and he said this behind closed doors, there are principles that he will not violate. It's true of all Republicans, or should be. But there's then also preferences. And those things we're going to get into and figure out. But I'll tell you what, Mike Johnson is rock solid on life. He understands that we've got to secure the border. We've got to deal with the weaponization of the government for the people. We've got to cut spending. We've got to support our best friend Israel. And you're going to see those priorities play out here over the days, weeks, months ahead.
And Congressman, you mentioned Israel, and the Speaker did mention that the first bill, actually, that I believe you are all discussing right now on the floor, is in support of Israel. Can you give us a little bit of an idea of what will be in that bill specifically?
Yep, that bill says unequivocally that the United States of America stands with Israel against these Hamas terrorist attacks. Very clear language. It's a fantastic bill. It's going to be considered within the hour. So it's the first thing that comes up. We're not going to dally. You're going to see broad bipartisan support. Unfortunately, there's going to be some people on the left that are not going to vote for this, which just makes you shake your head as to why. Who could be against standing with Israel in the face of these barbaric terrorist attacks from Hamas? But that's what we're going to see, and you can see Mike Johnson's priorities, that's the first thing he's bringing it up right away and get that passed today.
All right, Congressman Tracy Mann, I guess it's time for you to get back to work, but thank you for taking a moment to speak to us. Appreciate it.